Good Thursday afternoon, everybody, or Thursday evening. I guess it's evening. I don't know. When do they break off the evening and the afternoon anyways? I'm Jeremy Crosby. Welcome to Talking Fitchburg, where we ask the tough questions that aren't really good questions. Yeah. I was just, having fun with Andrew coming on here. We have this thing, we do the update. I get to count it down. In this show, he gets to count it down. So he's trying to put me in my place, but I always try to count him down before we come on to this thing. So it's always
and then I messed up like 3 times in a row trying to get it started. So yeah, it didn't help.
Because you're listening.
Cause.
Meanwhile, I'm like 3, 2, 1, and there's a graphic.
There you go.
Jeez, what are you doing back there?
I don't know.
You're supposed to be the professional. I'm just the dude.
Clearly not today.
Yeah, and same over here. Clearly never any day here when you have me as the host. So, we've got a great show coming up for you. We'll just put all that first minute and a half beside us and tell you about a great Talking Fitchburg. You know what I like about this show, and I like the format, is we just want to take it easy and have fun when we're putting out the headlines. And, that's what the show's all about. Be a little bit more calm and not hard news or anything. Just get you information, right? Right, Andrew?
Yes, indeed.
Darn right.
Yep.
All right. We'll talk about the heat. You can't see, but I may or may not be wearing shorts today. And I was dying outside this morning. It was hot out. We were outside doing some work this morning, and we got soccer coming up tonight. So back outside tonight. You're going to be watching that. You're on the comm channel. It starts at 7. So if you're tuning in now, all you got is less than an hour here before you'll be watching some soccer. But we've got community night out that happened last night. Weather was great, and I had a good turnout for that. We'll take you out to that event. Plus, we checked in with Kimberly at the Fitchburg Star. We'll get you the latest headlines that they're working on over at the paper or the online, whichever you want to say. I don't know if you say paper anymore, right? Do you say like other media, other news?
I say the paper. They still put out a paper, so yeah.
The paper. Okay. Well, let's talk about the weather, because there's chances of severe storms coming in. As we post this up, though, keep in mind that the storms may have changed. Maybe they're here, maybe they haven't. So check the National Weather Service. But it's a 2-day event thing here, so kind of got to keep an eye on this. But several rounds of thunderstorms are possible across southern Wisconsin tonight into Friday night. But a gradual weakening trend is expected as they move into western Wisconsin towards eastern Wisconsin. Damaging winds will be the primary severe weather threat with the greatest over western Wisconsin. Any localized heavy rainfall and possible flooding will also be more probable over western Wisconsin. Stay up to date on the forecast for the next 2 days. Have a quick way to check your radar image and get those weather warnings. Yeah, they're expecting I think 2 to 4 inches, like Eau Claire and to the north there. So watch out for that. It could be, there it is. A high risk there for above 2 inches of rain. Here we're right at the, it's not going to happen. 0% chance, does that say there? Just trying to see, or is that 6%? 6 says here. Said uncertainty with this, but potential chance for some rain here. So be ready because weather changes, as we all know. It's Wisconsin. That's what happens here. Yeah, 6% chance there for 2 inches or more. That's through 8/29. Again, these will continue to get updated as those storms get closer, but they'll be firing up this afternoon. So if you're planning a trip to the west, be ready for some storms. All right, other news for the day. Let's talk about the signs and symptoms of heat stroke and heat exhaustion as it does get warmer out. Hot and humid conditions can be dangerous to your health as temperatures climb. So watch out for the signs of heat stroke and heat exhaustion. There's a good chance here this weekend we're going to see some of the hottest temperatures yet. We get a little bit of a cool off. After today, there's still big chances here for some hot temperatures coming up. So heat stroke, signs and symptoms, very high body temperature at 103, red, hot, dry skin, no sweating, rapid, strong pulse, throbbing headache, dizziness, upset stomach, confusion, even passing out. And heat exhaustion, probably the first one that you would see would be heavy sweating, paleness, muscle cramps, tiredness, weakness, dizziness, headache, upset stomach, vomiting, and or fainting. In any case, don't give somebody water that's unresponsive. That's the no-no because you can choke them to death. And definitely get yourself out of the elements and take time to cool down. I came in pants today and had to switch to shorts because it was just too hot out there. So recognize those symptoms, get yourself out of the elements when you can. Plenty of fluids, that's water, not the other fluids. And try to, again, just take it slow as you work through these hot days. And I said this weekend, Saturday, looking very hot out there, so we want you to be ready for that. All right, turning our attention, Kids Building Wisconsin events coming up. This is coming up on September 11th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at McKee Farms Park. And it's your chance to, if your kids, excuse me, if your kids are in love with construction of any sort, mine are. I am excited for this. This is for you. This is getting kids interested in numerous exciting careers that are available in the construction industry. We're talking about bulldozer, dump trucks, cement trucks, landscaping, the whole gamma. Because there's just so many different trades there. And it's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of interactive fun. If you haven't been out to it, definitely say come out to it. We'll keep you up to date if there's any changes on this, but slated for Saturday, September 11th at McKee Farms Park. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, we're turning our attention to a public information meeting for road improvements on Lacey Road from Fitchburg Road to Seminole Highway. Public Works will be hosting a public meeting on Tuesday, August 31st at 5:30 p.m. It'll be here at City Hall in the council chambers, and this discussion is to discuss the revised designs of the West Lacey Road construction project and the intersection control options at Lacey Road and Seminole Highway. So if you're interested in coming out for this, you can do so in person, or else you're encouraged to tune in online as well. And you can watch it too, right here on Fact TV. Yeah, it's over on our Gov channel. And you can see the 6 ways to watch it. It's pretty easy. So join us if you do want to voice your opinion at this too. You can enroll in the Zoom part of that. That's where we can get you so you can talk at the event if you still want to be at home and virtual. So that option, you got to reach out to our staff here and we can get you signed up. All right, COVID-19 $100 vaccine reward program is out and available. This got rolled out yesterday. Get a free COVID-19 vaccine, get $100. Help stop the spread. COVID-19 vaccines are safe, effective, free, and widely available. Everyone ages 12 and older is recommended to get a COVID-19 vaccine to help protect themselves and others from COVID-19. And if you get your first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine from the vaccine providers located in Wisconsin beginning August 20th through September 6th, you get $100. Yeah, $100. Put that in your pocket, right? Questions about the $100 COVID-19? Well, you can call the program hotline. That's 877-947-2211. Or just dial 211. And you can get the latest information and who is eligible for that as well. We want to make sure that you take advantage of it. Get your vaccine to stay safe and help, again, stop the spread of COVID-19. Great information there. We'll share the link like we do with all the stories so you can check that out and learn more. All right, Department Health Services urges vaccinations as Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine gains the full FDA approval. It's a lot to say there. Let me try that again here. Vaccinations also encouraged under the EUA for children ages 12 to 15 and for additional doses in people who are immune compromised. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration, that's the FDA, granted its full approval of the Pfizer BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine. The vaccine will now be marketed under the name, and I think that's how do you say that one, Andrew? Is that Comirnaty? Oh, I should read it because it's right there on the screen. Comirnaty. For the prevention of COVID-19 disease in people 16 years age or older, the Pfizer vaccine is also still available under the emergency use authorization for people ages 12 to 15, an additional dose for people who are immune compromised as well. So it's out there. We know that you might have heard of it. Wanted to just get it out there again. Also wanted to get you a link to this story like the other one so you can learn more about this vaccine and where and why it was approved. So and of course, again, you got that $100 if you get the COVID vaccine here real quick. We want you to get it get it as soon as you can. Take advantage of getting some extra money in your pocket too for getting it. It's great incentive there to to get the vaccine. All right, turning our attention to park and ride bike trail grants totaling $770,000 for municipalities. Yeah, Dane County Executive Joe Parisi announced awards totaling $770,000 for Dane County Parks. That's PARC. And ride grant recipients. Program provides matching grants to communities interested in expanding trails interconnectivity throughout Dane County. Municipals were eligible to receive grants matching up to 50% of the project's costs to offset the bike trail design, engineering, and construction expenses. Grants were awarded to capital projects that expanded bike trail interconnectivity, created destination-oriented regional bike trails, and skilled building areas such as bicycle parks, playgrounds, and pump tracks, and improved bike safety. That's pretty cool. And yeah, if you want to learn about all of the ones that were approved, there is a full list of them, and Andrew's got those up on the screen for some of those award winners. So Madison, though, what Andrew's got up here, he's telling me is the city of Madison was awarded $125,000 for its paved pump track at Aldo Leopold Park. We know that park very well. And this is a bike playground will also consist of a pump track and skills course at the park. So pretty close here with the direct connection to the Cannonball Trail. I know that trail. Andrew's laughing in my ear. It's not helping. All right. That does it for our headlines. Let's take a quick break. Coming up next, we're going to take you out to last night's community night out. It happened right here in Fitchburg. Show you the details, including a dunk tank. That's what I've been told. We'll say good luck next right here on Talking Fitchburg.
Gaining weight was easy. All I had to do was sit down and eat. Losing weight's a lot harder. I have to work at it every day. But with every step, I lower my risk for type 2 diabetes and heart disease. And that makes every step, every choice, every day very much worth the effort.
Learn how you can help stop diabetes by losing weight, eating healthy, and staying active. Visit checkupamerica.org or call 1-800-DIABETES.
Hey, boss. Okay.
Said I'm fine.
Me the bed, see you in the morning. With the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it. And we lost it. In my head, in my head, in my head. We were underlay in my head.
Hey, son.
Hey, Bob.
You know you can talk to me.
Yeah.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us.
Ready!
That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu. And especially this year, no one has time to get sick. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. We're in our digest, and today we're going to take you out to last night's community night out. Great event put on by the police department, bringing the community, public safety together in one great night of education and fun. Take a look.
So today is our community night out. We are here as a police department just trying to give back to our community and allow people just a time to come and just have a little bit of relaxation before we get done with this summertime. Well, it kind of started off as just a thought in my mind and another officer, Lisa Heitman's mind, and we just started planning. And we went to our supervisors and they said, go for it, and here we are today. Response has been overwhelmingly positive. People are coming out, they're enjoying it. People have just been wanting to be a part of the event, and I couldn't be more thankful for everybody who's just been a part of this event and helping make sure it's gone off without a hitch. So we've got obviously the food stand, which is everybody's favorite stand to be at. We've got some hot dogs. Those were supplied by Hy-Vee and Pick and Save. They were huge partners helping us out with that. We've also got a bouncy house and a dunk tank. So we've got Eric Miller there, who's our officer to dunk.
It was extensive training. Oh gosh, it was an extensive training, and it took years, but I was able to successfully complete it for this dunk tank experience.
How many times have you been into the tank today?
Probably 40 or 50 times.
And how many more times do you think you'll go in before 7 o'clock?
Oh God. A lot.
And how's the water?
It is very cold. Very cold. It could be worse, but thankfully it's at least 80 degrees. So that's a pro. I have a feeling I'm about to go in. Oh! Good job, team! Good job!
We also have Bike Fitchburg here, and they've set up a bike rodeo. We've also got some bike safety and car seat safety people here to help out, especially people who may not have car seats or have bike helmets, and they were able to provide some to people today. I think it just gives people a chance to come relax. They get to meet their officers, they get to meet their own community members, and just come together and just kind of build up that community and strength in and of itself. Because I think that's the biggest thing that we're trying to promote here today, is just building up our own community and just having the community members take ownership of it as well. In the planning phase, you think of a lot of different things that could happen and how things can go, and there's no way I could have predicted this, the response and just the level of enthusiasm and excitement that people bring, and I'm just super excited and I'm glad we were able to do it. I just want to give a thank you again to just our partners, Hy-Vee, Pick and Save. Again, the Fairways, they were just a huge property allowing us to use this space, as well as the golf course allowing us to use their space as well. Again, we couldn't have done it without any of their support and any of their help with this, so truly thank you from our department and from me.
Well, isn't that entertaining? Eric Miller getting dunked in the dunk tank. That is worth going out and having some fun. Hey, glad for everybody who did show up to that event. I didn't know they had the dunk tank. I would have come out there and well, we could have put Andrew in it for sure. You're down? Because you would go down.
I'd go down. It'd be fun though.
All right, roll the break. Here we go. We need our own community night out here at Fact TV, I guess, where we can dunk Andrew. 3 balls for $1. Dunk Andrew. Like it. All right, let's take a quick break. Coming up next, we open up our Fitchburg Star discussion with Kimberly from the Star. It's next right here on Talking Fitchburg.
You could be spreading the coronavirus without realizing you have it. So follow guidance from authorities where you live and do your part. It's important to limit in-person interaction with anyone outside of your immediate household. But phone and video chat are safe ways to connect. It's also important to limit any social gathering. This advice applies to people of any age, including teens and younger adults. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
Brandon met a girl on a dating app. He finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving.
She must be a keeper.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu.
We don't have time for delays.
We don't have time for spills.
Next.
We don't have time for setbacks. Let's be real.
Getting the flu shot
helps you fight the flu.
Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining you today from the Fitchburg Star, our star of all stars, Kimberly Wethel. Is it Wethel? I don't know. I never say your last name. Wethel?
It is Wethel.
Wethel?
It's Wethel.
Well, I'm Jeremy Crosby. Nice to meet you. How are you doing today?
I am doing all right. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you for jumping in or jumping on the program today. Jumping in, jumping on. I'm always nervous when I talk to you because, you know, the guys pick on me for always saying things wrong and doing things wrong. And you're the professional writer here, so words are hard for me. So it's just makes me nervous every time.
If it makes you feel better, there is a reason why somebody edits my words before somebody else sees them. I'm not real good at the whole public speaking. Yeah, no.
And I was never, it's funny because I was never a public speaker, nor was I a good student, but that was a different story. It was a little bit harder for me to learn, but I learned, and here I am. I mean, I'm talking Fitchburg host and talking to Kimberly, the star of all stars of Fitchburg Star.
How can you go higher?
By the way, if I say 6 stars, which I just did, I get a free coffee from you. So thank you. We've got a lot to get to today. We're going to talk about the postal contract that is coming to an end, unfortunately, here. And that's where we'll start. Unfortunate news here.
Yeah, so for people who did not know, there was a postal contract station in the Sue's Hallmark that's in the Hatchery Hill, Cahill, Maine area. The pandemic really caused the Sue's Hallmark that had been hosting it to be financially hurt. So they closed that at the end of last year. And since then, the city's really been fighting to keep that postal contract station around. It's a rare spot for people who are in northern Fitchburg that need to send out mail. So unfortunately that will end as of August 30th. They were not able to keep the contract station around. And then I guess for fun trivia time, Jeremy, do you know why we don't have a post office here in Fitchburg?
Well, yes, I do, Kimberly, but I don't want to steal your thunder, and maybe I don't know completely, but I've heard different scenarios and reasons why there isn't, but go ahead and share.
Oh, sure. So for people who are wondering, why can't the city just put in a post office instead of, trying to get a postal contract station? The city actually doesn't have any jurisdiction over post office locations, zip codes. That is all a federal post office decision. So, the city of Fitchburg could lobby all it wants for a post office, but at the end of the day, they don't have the control. And if you think about how old Fitchburg is, Fitchburg was incorporated as a city in 1983. Cities surrounding like Verona and Oregon, Stoughton, Middleton, all of those places have had their zip codes for a very long time because they've been cities for much longer. So maybe someday Fitchburg will get its own zip code, but for now, I wouldn't hold your breath. I think the city is still very interested in finding another vendor for that postal service contract, though. But as of right now, the current location is moot. There is a postal contract station at Hy-Vee. It is on the west side, and it does have some limited services. So
We're not out of it altogether, but yeah, where we've been going, it's just not happening anymore. And if anything else comes up to date on that, certainly we'll pass that on to you. But yeah, just unfortunate there for sure. Something that's been working well and will continue moving forward here, and we're doing it right now, virtual meetings. City has set forth some virtual meeting guidelines.
correct. So basically, the city and other municipalities, town boards, school boards, were given the ability to conduct virtual meetings with the county's emergency order for COVID. That came to an end on June 30th. So what the city of Fitchburg then instead did is it put in an ordinance stating that people who are members of the common council, different commissions and boards, they're able to participate virtually. And so the big deal with that is that under normal open meetings state law, you would not be able to be counted towards quorum if you're not physically in the room. So that's why that matters. With virtual meetings, that means the public, I would assume, Fact TV can confirm this for me, but I would assume that people who are from the public that would like to do public comment can still also participate virtually as well and can sign up to register and speak virtually. So the law, it's completely legal for them to do this. However, there is no corresponding state statute that allows them to do it. So if cities and villages and towns and school boards really wanted to make this a long-term thing, there would need to be some changes in the state legislature on open meetings laws to really require this. City of Fitchburg is at less of a risk because it also has an in-person option, but places like the City of Madison, Dane County Board of Supervisors, though they have been meeting completely virtually. And so they're at a little bit more risk of open meetings laws. If someone says, hey, I don't think this meets an open meetings law, they're a little bit more at risk. So Fitchburg is more in the clear with that because there is an in-person option, but for this to be really permanent, you'd have to see a change at the state legislature. But through the rest of the year, you'll be able to participate virtually. So
yeah, and I think we're lucky that there's been such an investment in Fact TV, and not tooting my own horn here, but you know, we had established streaming since 2010. We've been streaming here, so adding the component of that virtual space to bring people in and still have that talking space has worked out really good. But you're right, you can still participate via Zoom if you want to comment at any of the meetings. If you just want to watch the meetings, that's still available at Fact TV and through all the places that Kimberly watches here, Fact TV. We know she's watching. She's #1 fan out there. Turning to the police chief, I do have just a little bit of an update there on the police chief. What's the status on that front?
So that decision has gotten delayed again. Initially, the original timeline of the police hiring, they were planning to have a decision made in mid-August. That got pushed back to September, and now it'll be pushed back potentially into October. That depends on whether there's a special meeting or the PFC keeps its regular schedule. So, but basically, it was announced at the council meeting on Tuesday that they likely will not have a decision. They will not make a hiring choice and vote on it, simply because those background checks on the 2 candidates who remain will not be done. So we can maybe expect to see that in October, potentially earlier if they call a special session, but that's kind of where it sits now, as it's been delayed twice. And so an original timeline for the police hiring listed that a police chief would start about a month after they were hired. So we're kind of looking at November now for the start of a new police chief.
That is correct. Yep, and we'll certainly pass on any of that information as well. And we need to be, we'll just have to be together when that announcement comes out. So, but you'll be able to stay up on that on the next Police and Fire Commission meetings. Yeah, we'll certainly get the information out there when it comes available. All right, Kimberly, we're out of time, but quickly, where can people find more information and make sure they get signed up for that newsletter?
Absolutely. You can go to connectfitchburg.com. We update the website with more news than we share here, stuff about lawsuits and community news. We'll be putting up some photos. We put up some photos last night from the community night out. So there's always a plethora of things for you to find. And on the website, there is a way to sign up for our newsletter, which comes out each Thursday. So
perfect. Well, we appreciate the time. Nice catching up with you. Plethora. I use that on Talking Fitchburg just every once in a while. That was said from a former employee, and I've since stole it, so I love it. We appreciate the time, Kimberly. We'll talk in 2 weeks.
Sounds good.
All right. Kimberly with the Star said check out the website and get signed up for the newsletter. Paper comes out monthly. We'll take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be flood next Thursday.
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day. I have no time for this. So.
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
If you love them enough to suck the snot out of their nose at 4 a.m., then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Wrapping up the show for the day. I want to thank Kimberly from the Fitchburg Star helping us out. And Scott going out and filming that story. I still like Eric Miller being in the dunk tank. That's just really funny. Great officer, by the way. And such a great event, too. And we'll get that posted up on the website so you can share that with all your friends and say, hey, look, Eric got dunked. Sounds cool, right? All right, put up the graphic. Don't show my face anymore. I don't want to see that. FitchburgWI.gov/FactTV. I hope to see you back here tomorrow.